Hello there, and welcome to the CP7 Podcast. My name's Palm.
And I'm Andy.
And together, we are Chrono Passion 7. Hello, and welcome to episode 25. Yes, 25 episodes, a quarter of a century. We've made it. Who'd have thought? Well, I'm not even sure we did. But today, we're going to do a special challenge. 25, the numbers 2 and 5. We're going to go old school. Andy, tell us all about this task.
Yeah, let's get into it. So to celebrate the 25 episodes, we've made a theme around the 2 and the 5. So we set a different challenge to ones we have done in the past. So today's challenge was Pam had to pick a 3-piece collection for me. I have no idea what he has picked, and vice versa. And the categories were, in keeping with the theme of 25, a category of 250 euros or pounds, then 2,500, and then finally 25k, again in either of our currencies. So Pam has maybe a little bit of an upper hand, as the currency of the pound is stronger than the euro. However, we did agree that if I wanted to push my budget higher, I could jump into pounds if need be. However, I managed to do the challenge in euros, and I'm pretty pleased with the picks I have for Palm. I hope he feels the same way, but we'll find out.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. And just very lastly, as there's a little bit of a theme, right, as well. To keep on topic with current events, we have picked an only watch piece for each other. And let's see how we feel about that.
We're in to go, but before we do that, we'll have a quick wristwatch check. Andy, what have you got on the wrist?
So today I'm keeping it classic, no frills for most of our listeners. I'm wearing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 1007 with the Tropic Dial. And Palm, what are you rocking today?
Beautiful. That tropical dial will come in useful later on in the show. So today I am wearing a watch I can't take off my wrist. It was given to me on loan by Atelier Wen. It's the Perception Piao with that, yes, the sky blue dial. I think I said that about 50 times in the last show. It's getting a lot of attention, I must say, which unnerves me slightly, but that's what I've got on my wrist.
Excellent. So Pam's supposed to be sending this Atelier Wen across to me. Maybe next year it will arrive. We'll see.
Yeah, I can't. It's really difficult to let go of, but it will make its way to you next week. So don't you worry. It'll be there.
It'll be there at some point. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's get into this challenge.
I'm primed. I'm ready. So I want to send my first pick to you, if that's okay.
Yep. Send away.
Just for our listeners, we are doing this via WhatsApp. This is live, recorded live, the reaction. So while Palm is just absorbing the piece which I have just sent to him, I'm going to give you, our listeners, a quick breakdown of the watch before we get into the aesthetics. So it's a Seiko 5 Sports, exactly at 250 euros. It's automatic, released in 2023. It has the caliber 4R36, 41-hour power reserve, comes in at a case diameter of 39.4. So nice size, basically 40mm. That's enough of the spec list. I'm more interested to hear Palm's reaction, and we'll get into the aesthetics right now. But Palm, why do you think I chose this one?
Initial reaction, I like it. I like it a lot. It's got the PVD case.
Yeah, I think that's been for 250. I think that's in the description. It says painted. So take
painted.
That,
okay. It's got a black case. There we go. And which I like. It's got orange. I love the color orange. The combination of black and orange. And the day is in red as well. I love the combination of red on black. Good one. Good price. Seiko, durable, reliable. I do like a Seiko. I do own a few. And Seiko 5 as well is such a brilliant budget range. The size as well. The size is good. 39.9, which is perfect.
I think it's a perfect fit for you. Do you think there's any other reason why I chose this colorway?
What, the black and the orange?
Yeah, and the yellow. Is yellow, black, and orange, right?
Oh, I see. Okay, yes. This is the Chrono Passion 7 Seiko 5. This is the Seiko 7.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I think we both need to own it, right? It's our colours.
I think you should get one of these, yeah. But this is, sporty. It's a really cool watch. I thought it was orange. Is it orange or yellow? Or gold?
Yeah, I think the hands look yellow, and the loom pips look yellow, but then I think it's Arabic numerals going around are in orange. So it's kind of multi-tone, which I really like. It's kind of stealthy, but it pops with those colours.
That's a really cool one. I wouldn't mind getting this. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good choice. Would you wear this just out of interest?
I seriously would. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, that's it. That's the CP7 watch. I think we both need one.
Yeah, we get one of these engraved the logo on the back. Mind you, it's a sapphire case back, but we'll
just
find a way.
Carve into the movement.
Sticker on. Yeah, just scratch into it.
Put a sticker on.
Right. Okay, so now mine. Okay, mine's not all that compared to this. But I am sending you pick number 1.
Okay, I'm just waiting for that to come through. All right, I've got it. So I've got my thoughts, but do you want to give us a little breakdown first?
Breakdown on the watch. It's a Longines Présence. It's a quartz movement. But the thing about this, I believe it's got a gilt gold case with a steel case back and a champagne dial. Very classic looking dress watch. Very, well, I think very handy. Nice vintage looking lugs. Let's drill down into the specifics. The price was £246, so I have £4 left to buy myself a Big Mac or something. Euro production 2008. And like I said, it's a quartz movement. It's the caliber L150.4. No water resistance, so I don't think Andy can go swimming in the Barcelona Sea with this. 34 millimeters by 35. I think the size, the look, and the general aesthetic of it for this price and the brand was something I thought, this reminds me of you.
Yeah, excellent choice. I love it. It's very clean, very simple. Can wear it kind of smart casual or fully smart. It's a really, really nice piece. I love the champagne dial. It looks like a champagne dial.
Yes, it's a champagne dial. So it's given that proper vintage look.
I was surprised, when you said it was 2008.
Exactly.
It looks older. Yeah, I like it. I love the lugs, like short lugs. It's really clean, really simple. I have no issue with 34 millimeter. Very nice, slim dress watch. I'd wear that quite frequently over here in Barcelona, and it's not too fussy, but looks class. So, love it. Great choice. Really pleased with that.
Two-hander as well. For the listeners, two-hander with stick hands. So it's as vintage and elegant as it gets, with a tiny little crown as well.
Brilliant choice. Although, so far we're doing well, because I think you'd have the Seiko. I'd definitely have that Longines for that price. I'd have
that as well, actually.
Yeah. So 1-1, right? Yeah, 1-1 at the moment.
Yeah.
Right. This next piece will be zero surprise for Palm. I maybe have given it away to you already. I'm sending it now. And there's a reason why I sent this, but we'll get... What piece have I chosen for Palm? So it is a Breitling Aerospace Evo. It's a quartz watch in titanium. 2013, the year of production on this particular piece. It's a 43 millimeter case, 10 ATM water resistance, sapphire crystal, just a really nice, cool, crisp looking piece. I think I know Pam will understand why I chose this. But initial impressions. Do you like this piece?
Yeah, I love this piece. I am looking for one of these as well. So it's such a cool sports watch with a quartz digital display. I'm a big fan of Breitling as well. So I've seen this. A friend of mine had one on the other day. And again, I was very reluctant to give it back to him. Obviously, I had to. It was his dad's watch. But it is crisp, clean, very utilitarian, and very military-esque as well. It's just very Breitling. I love it. Great choice. The size, the 43 might be a bit big. If I was to go for one, I'd possibly go 41, 40.
So
I think
smaller
they do
edition.
Do them in a smaller, yeah.
I believe so, yeah. I think the trade-off here is that it's titanium, which I'm getting into titanium lately. It's blame that on Le Bond. It's a really nice material. Oh no, I'm getting into weird metals.
Weird metals, yeah.
So, you're not going to feel that. It takes some wrist presence, but you're not going to feel the size of a watch on your wrist as in terms of the weight. The reason I sent this is just because we're both kind of in and ahhing about actually getting an aerospace of some sort. There's so many cool limited editions as well. They're just cool. It's something just as you said, utilitarian, military, yes, just no nonsense, cool.
Just a cool watch.
Top Gun, the unofficial Top Gun watch, maybe.
You'd be
Like
flying
Maverick.
in a jet fighter, yeah. You'd be Maverick or Iceman wearing this, yeah.
A winner? Easy. I think I cheated a little bit because I know you like the watch.
I think this is cool. I'm still looking at it. Okay, all right. So what I'll do is send over my second choice for yourself for the £2,500 category. And this is a bit more left of field. This is a brand not everyone will be that familiar with, but they are well known.
Okay, so it has just come through. And yeah, thank you for confirming. I don't know if I said, but I think it's a logical order. But to confirm, the Breitling was bang on €2,500. So I'm really pleased with the piece that you have sent to me. But let's first just get into the main details.
Right. So what I have picked is a Chrono Swiss Regulateur, which is a regulator, 1998 model, reference CH1223SW. Obviously, it's a regulator watch. The hours are in Roman numerals at 12. The minutes are around the minute track at the circumference of the watch, and the seconds are at 6 o'clock, where you would usually find small seconds. This has cathedral hands, so it's got a very vintage look to it. It's got a large onion crown, which I know Andy is a fan of. It's got those trademark Chrono Swiss lugs, and it's also got a beveled bezel, a hobnail bezel. So it ticks a lot of boxes. And if you're not sure who Chrono Swiss are, the brand started in 1983 by Gerd Rudiger Lang, who believed that this was a brand for visionaries, pioneers, and nonconformists. So this is a brand for your watch enthusiast who isn't always going to follow the norm. And I just think this 1998 version is just really cool. There's kind of Breguet vibes to it as well, I believe. Got a 38mm diameter case, black dial, automatic movement, stainless steel, and a black leather strap. So it's going for that dress watchy strap as well. That's a really cool alligator-esque looking, but it is leather. And it's very Andy. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, you nailed it. So this era of Chrono Swiss in particular is a great one. I love the chiseled kind of bezel, and then it's very satin finished on the sides, and then again on the underside you have that bezel again, if you like, on the lower side of a watch. Maybe not described so well, but I'm doing my best from the image. So it's really cool. It's basically, it's like the coin edging without it being all the way through. It's just on the top and the bottom. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Onion crown, absolutely classic, and the classic trait of Chrono Swiss. The lugs have not changed with Chrono Swiss, even all the way to now the modern iterations. What has changed with Chrono Swiss as a brand is they used to be extremely accessible using a lot of ETA movements, but with these ETA movements doing really cool things such as a regulator complication. However, now they've moved into a whole different realm of higher horology. They're using crazy in-house movements, a lot of complications, but there's a trade-off. Now the modern Chrono Swiss coming at a way higher price point compared to these older little gems. So that is exactly what I would say this is. And just to show you how big a freak I am, and I promise I haven't cheated, Pam, you've sent this picture to me. I'm guessing this dealer is a German dealer, but I could be wrong. Am I right?
You're right.
So why? Because they always use this wood in their pictures, and because I've looked at so many different watches, these vintage style watches, and they stock a lot of them, I can recognize the dealer now just by looking at the pictures. That's how much time I spend on Chrono 24, which right. I need help.
So this is Uhrenworld München Center, obviously in Munich, in Germany.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the name of the dealer anyway.
Yeah, they use that piece of wood in every shot, and I've seen so many nice watches. Great choice. Love it. You nailed it. I would absolutely rock that piece. Beautiful symmetry on the dial, really well balanced, really clean, crisp.
What do you think of the profile, the side profile of it? It's very Breguet-esque.
Yeah, it's very Breguet with that coin edge, hollowed out coin edge, if you like. They normally come in at a thicker diameter compared to something like a Breguet, and obviously that's a trade-off of an ETA movement. I haven't checked, but I believe it'd be an ETA in this. It's pretty much what Chrono Swiss were using at that time. And they do certain modifications, of course, for the regulator complication element, but I like it. To be honest, it looks quite slim for a Chrono Swiss piece. I love it. I would absolutely rock this. You nailed it. So is that a 2-all?
That's 2-all, I think. 2-2. No winners yet. And in terms of the movement, all they say is automatic. So
I'm pretty sure I put my head on the line and say with some degree of confidence that it's an ETA. Don't quote me on the exact one, but I believe it'd be an ETA movement, yeah. Right.
Cool.
25k category, the big league. I think I've nailed this. I think this is 100% you. And just to give you my thought process behind every piece I've selected as we're rounding off to the final and third main collection before we hit the wild card for a bit of fun. Every piece I chose, I thought could fit into your current collection. I thought they'd not look out of place with what you already own. So these are all an extension, what I think would complement what you already have.
Cool.
With that in mind, let me send you my first pick of 25k, because there's two. I'm cheating. So there was another one, and I know I can only pick one, so this is my main pick, but I wanted to show you the one which I was considering, because I think it's something very you from all the events we've been to. I just want your hot take on it. But first, let's do the main piece. So I've just pinged that across to you now. Once again, while Palm's receiving that WhatsApp, I'm going to break down the piece. So it is an absolute bomb and classic piece. It is a Patek Philippe Calatrava. It is the 5296R, beautiful rose gold case, automatic, 2008. It comes in at a perfect diameter, I believe, at 38mm, which is a great size for a classic dress watch, a great size for Palm, I believe, as well. The movement is the brilliant 324 SC, 45-hour reserve, which is quite generous. It's just a very beautiful, crisp, clean, freehander with date function. I just think it's 100% you, the colour tones, the strap, the buckle, everything. I think you need it. But there's the overview. It's an absolute classic piece. Palm, did I nail it or did I miss a trick?
I do need it. I also need 25,000 euros to buy it.
Sorry, there's a small problem of the 25. Okay.
But no, I love it. Superb watch. So the interesting thing with this is I always like the 5196 and the 5296. I had a bit of an issue with the date window at 3, and it really put me off. But it's only recently I've kind of come round to it, and like the 5196 had the small seconds at 6. This has a sweeping second hand all the way around. And the date, I don't mind now. It just is like the perfect daily and dress watch. And that strap as well. I don't know if that's the original, but that looks so cool as well. Also, another thing, the 5196 had a closed case back and the 215 movement, I believe. And this one has an open case back and it has the 324 movement. So that's a superior movement to the 215, which was originally used for pocket watches and is smaller and has casing around it in the 5196. But no, I like this. I like this a lot. Very, very good choice. I've always thought about adding, I think the last piece should be something like this, a Vacheron Patrimony or a 5196, 5296, something like that. A nice classic dress watch. But that will have to be a lot later because I'm taking a break from that. But I would love this watch at 25k. You're getting a Patek Philippe. You don't need to say any more. It's just superb. Beautiful watch.
I'm pleased that you like it. I think it's easy to make peace with that date window as well. With the golden trim around it, it does tie it back in. But I understand the purity of not having the date there.
Yeah, I do like it now. I didn't used to. It used to really annoy me. I used to think when I see people, with it, say, "Oh, look at this," and I'll be like twitching. Yeah. But no, I do like it. It's just beautiful.
I love the buckle as well on the Calatrava. It brings memories of my 5119R.
Another one I would probably want to get, actually. So we should both get that. Could be the CP7 watch.
Yeah, sorry, some remorse is coming. Right, before I get upset about making a mistake with a Patek, which I once owned, I'm going to send you the wild card really quickly. Okay?
All right, okay.
So this was the one which I was going to pick for you as well, But then I was like, no, Patek, it has to be.
Ooh,
And complementing
wow.
your current collection. So while
Look at
Palm's
that.
absorbing this, let me break it down. So I know Palm's breaking away from circular case shapes. So I've gone for a Breguet Heritage chronograph. It's in 42mm. It's the 5400BR. It's an absolutely stunning looking piece. It has the caliber 550-1. So it's a base caliber, the Breguet 550, 45-hour power reserve, 47 joules. So it's a serious piece of kit. A great movement, a great chronograph. But we obviously in the show notes, we're always going to put the pictures. But Palm, I think you'd love this piece. I think this suits you to a T. Did I nail it with this as a backup choice?
I think this would be the number one choice, to be honest with you, because it is the tonneau-shaped case. Chronograph, I'm not too, but it's a beautiful Breguet and beautifully detailed Roman numerals, large Roman numerals, minute track around the middle. I've not seen that around the chronograph. Subdials looks incredible. Gold, amazing strap. I think it's that, what is that, snakeskin or something? That's got an amazing strap. Yeah, and it's Breguet. Say no more. You got Patek Philippe is amazing. Breguet is amazing, but this one I think catches the eye more as more interesting to look at. The size possibly could be an issue, but with these tonneau-shaped cases, beggars cannot be choosers. I guess the old Tortue coming back as well may have inspired this, but then there's Vacherons I've looked at as well that have this same case shape. The Vacheron Malte has this same case shape as well. Yeah, big fan of this one. I really like this one. I really do. I'd say both good choices, but this would probably be the clincher.
Yeah, that's interesting because I thought as soon as I saw this, I was like, "You're going to love this." It's even got the coin edge in it. Oh my god, it's gorgeous, and it's got this texture right around the Roman numerals, almost like a guilloche. There's so much intricate detailing going on this piece. Again, you just need to see the pictures to really appreciate it. And of course, they will be there. So you really need to check the show notes for all of these pieces. But it's something about the colorway down to the strap, down to the the rose gold. I just think it perfect for you. I just think the whole style, the whole look of it is 100%
I think it's
you.
it's awesome. Beautiful hands, traditional hands. It's sporty yet dressy as well, which is a nice combination.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Another way to say it. And I've never seen it before. I just literally filtered Breguet for that price point and found it. I was like, my word, that just jumped out at me. And I was like,
that's why we do these challenges, just to find them ourselves and to pass on that information to the listeners.
100%. If you're lucky enough to have a 24,250 euros burning a hole in your pocket and you want a beautiful Breguet, certified as well. When I say certified, it's being Chrono 24 certified. So a great piece, full set, box papers.
Yeah,
excellent.
buy this watch.
Anyway, we're not affiliated with this dealer. We're just loving the watch. So Palm, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
The 25k choice I've picked for you is probably the opposite of what you just picked there, but it's relevant. I'm just sending that over now. This might be more obvious, but there's a little twist in it.
Okay. Again, I'm going to let you explain, but I 100% know why you've chosen this, and you've nailed it.
So I have chosen the Rolex Submariner No Date 5513, the 5513. And this one has a brown dial, which is what Andy's OP has, the 1007. It's beautifully vintage patina on it, on the indices. Like I say, that aging of the dial is second to none, I'd say. This is probably why the price, you can pick 5513s up for a lot cheaper, but the price on this one is all in the dial. And I know with us both being James Bond fans, the 5513 was worn by Roger Moore and George Lazenby in their movies. Lazenby was lucky enough to wear 3 different Rolexes in his one single appearance. And I just think it's incredible. Is there any need to go into details with this? It's 40 mil, 200 meter water resistant, power reserve 48 hours. It's got the base caliber 3135. It's just unbelievable, the dial on this, and just it's got that jingly jangly rickety vintage bracelet as well. It's just got everything you would want in a vintage Rolex Submariner.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, the hollow end links.
Yeah.
Will give that nice rattle. The ghost bezel as well is perfectly kind of blued, which I love. It's exactly how my Tudor Submariner bezel was, which I loved as well. The dial is superb, and it would complement my OP excellently. It would be that's it. I'd be pretty much done. My OP in that, I'd be in heaven, to be honest. It's just my only issue with this choice is that now I want it.
Yeah.
And I don't have 27,500 euros, which is the
Yeah.
equivalent of 25k in my pocket to spend, unless I suddenly win some money or something happens all of a sudden. But my word, if ever I am in that position and this is available, yes, I'd 100% buy this 10 times over. Incredible. Again, you must go to Instagram to see this. It's just perfect. And maybe even do a Photoshop with it next to the OP just to show how it would be a perfect
show
duo.
them together.
But absolutely love it.
That bezel,
because it's an obvious choice.
Yeah, it's an obvious choice. Yeah, but I can't. It'd be too boring
unique.
to just get here's a 5113, a 5513. But this is the bee's knees.
No, this is right. I'm gonna have to stop looking. Otherwise, all you're gonna hear is lots of sighs
and loads of WhatsApp messages afterwards. I'm really thinking about that watch.
Yeah, if I remortgage the house, and,
sold everything.
I'll sell the house. Just sleep on the floor. Who needs a bed? Yeah, houses are overrated.
Roofs are overrated. Yeah, roofs are overrated.
Yeah, you nailed it. So I think that's for 3-all. I think
3-all.
That shows we know each other quite well.
Chrono Passion 7 is in sync.
For now, could it go pear-shaped with the Only Watch challenge? So I think I've nailed it. I'm not going to lie. I know it's a collaboration between two brands. I'm pinging it across to you now. I know you respect both brands hugely. And what is it? It is the Frederick Constant X Christian van der Claw. And it is platinum, 42mm platinum case. And it's one of the inspiration from Christian van der Claw is the planetarium element to this piece, which would normally be the date function. It has been replaced with the planet solar system alignment on there. If that wasn't enough, 42mm platinum, great combination of two brilliant brands. It is also a tourbillon. I just think it's excellent. I know you're a fan of Christian van der Claw. I know you respect Frederick Constant. Did I nail it? Would you rock this piece?
You get the Jacob Astronomias with all the planets and everything, and it's very out there. It's very unique to Jacob. It's very cool. But it's quite funky. But this captures all of that in a very regular looking watch, even though it's not a regular watch. It's an incredible. I mean, where do I begin with this? Which part do you focus on first?
Sometimes a watch speaks for itself, and only watchers tend to do that. You just need to look, like looking at a piece of art, like a painting. You just need to look at the watch and appreciate it on Instagram. But yeah, where to start? It also has like a star dial, right? It's just beautiful. There's no other way to put it. It's just an incredible looking piece. Beautifully detailed, beautifully finished. I think we've just nailed it. What more could you possibly want?
I wonder what input Frederick Constant had in this. Maybe the tourbillon? Because that's a very Christian van der Claw DNA.
I think the tourbillon is the Frederick Constant, and maybe the case shaping. I think probably the case shape, the tourbillon, and then everything else is very much Christian van der Claw. There's even elements of silver being used as well on the minutes disc. I mean,
wow, mind blowing. I think most of the Only Watch you could actually pick them, and they're just because they're just some. Yeah. I mean, there was so many. This was a tough one actually, because how do you pick one out of like the most amazing watches created?
So, again, my approach to this was, could I have gone for like the marble?
I thought you were going to pick that, actually.
Yes, and I know.
I actually thought that was coming. Yeah,
and I know it's very you, but it's too obvious. And secondly, it's not. I was trying to think realistic. Okay, it's not like you're going to go to Only Watch, or you would have gone to Only Watch and got this. but it's still probably a more accessible only watch compared to most out there. I'm sure it went for some like 90 to 100k or more, but it's a bit more realistic, maybe. I don't know. Or I know it's a piece what you would get a similar version of from a brand directly. And I know it's a brand you're particularly into on the independent side. And we both have an admiration for Frederic Constant. We respect both brands equally. So, yeah, I just thought it was the one. And I thought it would complement the collection, which I chose for you as well, the 3-piece as the bonus piece. A bit more wild, a bit more funky, but something classic and classy about it as well, which is very
I like that solar system part at 12 o'clock with all the planets. That is so cool. And it's even got the horoscope star sign icons. Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah. Apology to all our listeners who are just hearing us go, oh,
yeah, maybe I'll edit those out. I think this may, might be explicit lyrics. Parental advisory. Yeah.
We promise we're just looking
We're
at
only
watches.
looking at watches on the internet. Honest. But yeah, this is cool. So check this out on Instagram. You really need to check this show. If you haven't used the show notes on Instagram before, this is the show you really have to. And check out this Frederic Constant X Christian van der Klauw, because it is incredible. On to yours then, Andy. This, I think you can't really lose with an only watch, because let's face it, we'd like all of them. But here we go. And then I think you'll instantly realize why. There you go.
Oh, yes. Okay. I know this piece already, and it's a great choice, but I'm going to let you introduce it.
So this is the Chapek Place Vendôme Complicité. Courage every second. So Chapek is a brand I know everyone has a lot of respect for, everyone is an appreciation for. I know Andy is a big fan of the brand. We spoke to Xavier in Geneva at Watches and Wonders. Look out for that interview. It will be coming in a few weeks. But it's a brand that has fun and is serious. I mean, this is supposed to be a combination of the Quai de Berg and Place Vendôme. And the idea was actually created in 2018, apparently, and they just parked the idea. They just thought, okay, we're not going to do that. One of Xavier's children, who decided to bring it up with the daughter of a master watchmaker, Bernard Lederer, introduced both their fathers, and they decided to actually make this watch. So Xavier's son went to school with Bernard's daughter. They talked about it, and then they decided, okay, let's make this happen. So it's a stunning watch. It has this amazing rainbow enameling on it, which they call a Champlevé enamel ring. And that's round the minute track from 8 until 4. It's just really intricate. So it has a tourbillon at 12 o'clock and 2 escapements, one at 8 o'clock and one at 4 o'clock. And it gives the impression of a triple tourbillon, but it's not. There's a dual escapement, and which you can see the escapement at the top of the escape wheels. And it's just, there's so much going on with this, and it looks incredible. And it's a Chapek, and it also has a master watchmaker's input on it as well. So it's stunning. What do you reckon, Andy?
The enamel ring is just incredible and just so well executed, so fine and intricate. It really balances well with the blue alligator strap. And what I particularly love about this, the dial, we've gone into the details. You've got the tourbillon, you've got the twin escapement present on the upper side of the dial, which it isn't easy to achieve that at 4:30 and 7:30. It just looks great. The power reserve at 6 o'clock. There's so much going on, yet that enamel ring kind of brings everything back to a vocal point and brings legibility back to the dial, even though it's kind of half skeletonized to a degree. But beauty of the dial aside and complication, the case shape is absolutely superb. The contours on the sides, which is DNA of Chapek, of course, and the way they kind of integrate the crown guards into the organic flow of the case shape rather than having them so prominent like you'd have on a traditional Submariner, for example. It just makes the watch become so liquid and smooth. It's just superb. Master watch designers, makers, showing everybody how it's done. and you're going to have a lot more sound effects if I keep looking at this picture. So you nailed it. So I think that's 4-all. I think we've nailed it. I can't say much more about this. It's just, I can't stop looking at the sides of it. Like
I know
the
it's cool, isn't
curvature
it? It's
of the
just
case. It's just
stunning.
beautiful.
Can you guess how much this went for in the Only Watch It auction?
Great question, because I didn't see this particular one. Oh gosh, 150k to 200k maybe.
No, you would think. So the estimate was 80k to 100k, and it actually went for 85k Swiss francs, which is a bargain in that relative world. In that world of where that's a bargain, that is a bargain.
That is ridiculous. Well, once we're the biggest watch podcast in the world, then we'll be buying these watches.
Wearing them and buying them.
Yeah. Oh, when we win the lottery.
One or the other. Probably need the lottery. But I'm not sure podcasting pays that much.
Yeah. Yeah, the latter is probably more realistic. But yeah, who knows? But what a great episode. I've loved this. It's been great fun.
Back to the old school, yeah. And 25 episodes, quarter of a century. Here's to many, many more.
To 25 more, and much more beyond that.
But 2,500. Episode 2,500, that's when we might start to think of slowing down. Or maybe not.
What a journey. It's incredible. It blows my mind every time I think about 25 episodes and what we've got up to.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Extremely grateful.
We've done a lot.
It's just amazing.
And we appreciate you guys listening. Tell all your friends as well. We'd like to grow our listener base,
Always.
Of course. But we got more comments again last week. Thank you so much for that in the show notes on Instagram. If you could do that again and keep doing it. We really do love hearing what you guys have to say about our shows. Tell us what we could do better, and obviously we'll keep doing what we do well.
100%. And let us know which were your favourite pieces, which we chose today. Which would you pick? Which free piece from... How many pieces in total? 8 pieces in total. So from 8 pieces, let us know in the comments your ultimate free piece from that. So we're giving you an added benefit of seeing them all. So, yeah, I can't say much more. It's been an absolute pleasure. 25 episodes. Extremely excited about that. Extremely excited about the future. And yeah, remember the Instagram. We're plugging it a lot, but it's important because it gives you the visual element to this show. So it's chrono_passion_7. Please make sure to follow and interact. We love interaction. We love speaking with you guys. We want to build a strong community around the podcast and the movement around what we're doing. And Editor Pam will be happy. I'm going to sign off. So as always, that is Hasta Luego from Barcelona. And I look forward to speaking to you all on the next one.
I just want to say, let us know in the comments if you do think it was 4-all, or if Andy won, or if I won. Let's hear what you preferred. Again, you have to take the person into consideration of who they were chosen for, even for yourself. It was a draw on our side, which is always good for keeping the peace. So that's it from me from London. So it's Toodle Pip and laters, and we'll see you and you'll hear us in the next one.